What do all of these outdoor battery cameras have in common? A standard threaded mount that allows you to have more options in the placement of each of these cameras. Yes, you can mount it to a wall, a deck, or something like that. However, that requires drilling. What if you didn't want to drill? What if you wanted to place a camera somewhere else? Somewhere like a gutter. That's where this 2-in-1 universal gutter mount can help you out. I'm Wonder001. Let's get into it. While I did call this a universal gutter mount, there are other mounting options available to you. In that, right here, this is a plate which I attach to the universal gutter mount portion of this device, but you could take this mounting plate and drill it into your wall, and then be able to place your camera on the arm here, allowing you to have more locations that you could place it. However, I got it for the gutter portion. But because there are other mounting options, you get a lot of extra stuff. In that, here we have some screws, which you can see affixed to the back here. These are what actually lock into your gutter. Notice the back end, there's a nice big plastic piece, one, to give you more surface area to lock this in place, but also two, to not damage your gutters with a screw. Depending on the type of gutter you have short ones and then long ones. I have very large gutters, so there you have the larger ones back there. You also have some other accoutrements that are not needed for all camera types, but there are certain ones, kind of the blink ones, that require a augmentation, shall we say, to make it more compatible with this universal mount. So here you could see extra accoutrement for one, if you want to drill this into something, and then two, if you need to make this more accessible for those blink devices. And right here, you could see on the bottom, this is where our camera is threaded into, just like that. And then if you don't tighten it all the way, that is what this little wheel is for, kind of helping you keep that locked into place. If you don't have a solar powered camera, much like this one is not, don't worry. If you have a solar attachment, that's what this top portion's for, allowing you to have the camera and a solar panel all on one device. Yes, I know, a little tricky to see around my camera, but I wanted to show you the setup inside before showing you outside what this can do. You have several different ways that you can manipulate this. Aside from screwing it on, you've got a ball joint there, and then your solar panel up here, you actually have a means by which you can shorten and lengthen it a little bit, and then you have the ability to articulate the solar panel so that you can get the best solar option for you. Don't take my word for it. Well, let's take a look at some options of how this looks outside. There you saw, there are a lot of different types of cameras that you can get onto this universal mount, as long as they have that threading. The one thing I will say is, depending on how you have the camera angled and its placement, the weight of the camera can make the video from this a little bouncy. That is a small price to pay when you consider being able to use your gutter as another location to mount a camera that you might not have considered. Because of that, if you have a standard thread mounted camera and are looking for a way to maybe place it somewhere else, I would strongly recommend checking out this universal gutter mount, which I'll have a link for down in the description area below if you're interested. If you appreciate the time and effort that goes into making a review like this, make sure to hit that like button. If you like what I'm doing here and want to be notified of my next review, hit that subscribe button. Interested in some cameras that will work on this universal mount? On screen now, you'll see two options that I've reviewed, two different manufacturers.